Look at this, guys. Look at this. This poster made its way online early this morning, and somebody saw it on a bus stop, I believe it was. This is easily one of the best, if not the best, movie posters that we have seen in years. And I'm not just saying that because it's Superman. I would have said that if anybody would have created a poster like this. This poster is phenomenal. I love posters like these. This harkens back to the 70s and the 80s and how movie posters used to be made. Now, we've talked about this. I believe it was on Slav's Free Talk. I want to say it was. It may have been on Bridging the Geekdoms on my old show. But I've talked about movie posters before, and I've discussed like how there's been such a huge shift in how movie posters have been made over the years. And I totally dislike what they do with movie posters nowadays. It all comes down to contracts, though. And to me, that is something that is truly annoying because what they do is they all the actors that are in a movie, they want to be featured on the poster because if they're featured on the poster, then people are going to know that they're in the movie and it's going to help them get more famous or whatever it is. It's stupid. So they put this whole thing in their contracts that say, "Hey, I want X amount of money for this movie plus I want a feature spot on the poster." So then we get these stupid, ugly posters with what people now call the floating head posters. And we see them all the time and they are just horrendous. Let me see if I can find, some of the worst floating head posters that are out there because they're bad. They're really bad. Like some of them are terrible. These here are floating head posters. Iron Man's a really bad one here. Like that is a floating head poster if I've ever seen one right here. You get Iron Man, and then you get a floating head, a floating head, a floating head, and then you get a kind of a full body there. Like that's terrible. Venom's another terrible one. Look at all these floaty heads. Look at it. Look at them. So bad. Madam Web's a bad one. All the floaty heads. All the floaty heads. Dune, floaty heads, woo, floaty heads, so many floaty heads. And look, it even started way back in the 90s with The Fifth Element. Come on. The Final Destination movies kind of had it. Like you can go back and really see like there was a time when this all started to happen. And even with the Star Wars movies, it was happening, specifically with the prequel trilogy. It was happening, but you can tell it was like the 90s into the 2000s it really started taking shape, and it really affects and really happens through the 2000s and current times. I mean, it's crazy just how bad it is. Floating head posters are horrendous. Like they're just terrible. You don't get a lot of good looking posters like this anymore. Like this that just really stand out. Now sometimes you'll get character posters. Okay, you'll get these character posters that are just a single character that's just standing there, and it's like, hey, here's Lex Luthor, or hey, here's Anakin Skywalker, or hey, here's this, or hey, there's, it's just showing one character, but it's not the official movie poster. And sometimes those are really good, but they're not like official posters. You can tell it's just like a quick, sometimes it's just a quick image that they took from the movie and they just threw up on a poster just to say, hey, here's a character poster. This here, I don't know how to say, like, this could be something like that. Like this could be a scene where they took it out of the movie, but it looks like they actually took some time to detail this poster a little bit. But you also get the other cast and crew down here, or not crew, but the other cast down here at the bottom. It highlights everything. Like this is one of the best posters that I think we've ever seen. It's fantastic. Like, I don't understand why more studios don't look at this and say, look, this is how we want to go. I get actors are full of themselves and they want to be on the poster and be highlighted, but let's be honest here. The posters are supposed to help sell the movie And unless you are one of the 2, sometimes 3 stars of the film, you're not one of the reasons why the movie's going to be sold. And to be honest, you take a look at all the faces down here. Rachel Brosnahan, Nicholas Hoult, and David Cornsweet are really the only 3 characters that should be selling this movie. Don't get me wrong, Edie Gathegi and Skylar Gisondo and all the other characters I can't, other cast members I can't think of the names right now. They're all good actors and great actors in their own right, but they're all side characters. They're all characters that are there to support supporting roles. So I wouldn't want to see them all on the poster. Like, I don't care about them being on the poster. Sell me the movie with the main cast, and that's what all movies should do. This is perfect. 100% perfect. Like, this should be the poster. Like, hands down, this should be the poster. This should be the cover of the DVD, Blu-ray, whatever it is that comes out in 6 months or 5 months, whenever the DVD, Blu-ray comes out. The steelbook cover. This should be the cover. Like, that is how good this is. I don't know if they understand what they have here, but it is that good. I just think that it's phenomenal, and I hope that other studios take notice and say, huh, you know what? That's pretty damn good. We need to stop giving in to these actors and, feed into their egos. That's what they need to do. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this amazing, amazing poster.